Completing the PCA Checklist. After the time study and care plan forms are completed and returned to the third-party billing office, a personalized IEP Services Personal Care Assistant Activities Checklist, otherwise known as a green sheet, will be sent to you via inter-office mail. Please review the student information at the top of the page and verify that the information is correct. If the information is incorrect, please call or email Pam Sebo with the correct information. If all names of the para working with the student are not listed, please write in the additional name. If one of the pairs listed is no longer assigned to that classroom or has left their position, please cross off their name. Green sheets do not need to be corrected because of a change in the assigned paras. The green sheet will list all the activities that were identified during the time study and care plan process. The amounts and activities listed may vary slightly from what you wrote down for a number of reasons. Sometimes an activity identified by the para on the time study form does not meet the Department of Human Services definition of a billable service, or it may be that the service was not identified in the student's IEP as a needed service. If you think an error was made, please contact the third-party billing office and we will double-check the information. To complete the green sheet, you need to list the date of service in the first column. Please use the full date, including the year, and use pen to complete the form. In the columns following the activities, initial each time an activity is performed. This can either be done throughout the day as it happens. Some paras prefer to carry the green sheets around on a clipboard. Or it can be done at the end of the day, recalling information about the student's day. For example, recalling that a student was assisted with eating at lunch and snack, you would initial 2 times following the activity description of eating. While we want you to be as accurate as possible, it is important to remember that the number of times you initial the form has no bearing on the amount of time we bill for or the reimbursement amount we receive. Those numbers are derived solely from the information gathered during the time study process. If a student is receiving PCA support in the area of behavior, it can be a little more confusing to know how many times to initial the green form, since often services happen continually throughout the day. Your time is billable even if the student is not exhibiting significant behaviors that day, since the IEP team has made the determination that without your assistance, the student could have behaviors that are injurious to students and staff or could destroy property. You have the option of initialing just one time in the line following behavior, since the Department of Human Services recognizes that this is a service that happens continuously throughout the day. Or you may initial every time you do provide intervention and redirection. Again, the reimbursement amount is based on the time study, not on the green form. If a student is absent, please still list the date and write student absent. If one of the paras that works with the students is absent, the other paras listed on the form should complete it. If all paras listed are absent, still write the date and enter paras absent. When a green form is completed, please have one of the paras listed at the top sign and date the form in the PCA boxes. Teachers should not complete the supervisor box. Please complete the completed forms in your nurse's office in the box for the LSN assigned to your building. Please feel free to contact the third-party billing office with any questions at 328-4274.